What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Easy back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Commanders players that are under the most pressure coming into this new season, right? See, because I was going to say hot seat, and then some of y'all niggas was going to fucking freak out like, oh my god, where's the hot seat? Relax, dude. It's an opinion right now. Some of y'all just take that shit way too literal. Jesus Christ. But I'm just going to talk about some of the players that are basically on a redemption arc from last season, because there has been a lot of poor play from a lot of other people. Granted, is it some of them? Yes, some of it is from, the scheme they were in, whether they're on another team or from the old regime. You feel me? But enough talking, let's get right into it. Alright, and number one, right? I think I have this as actually, not even number one. Honorable mention is Jaden Daniels, right? Under the most pressure. Because a lot of y'all, right, have y'all expectations a little too fucking high, bro. Like, as soon as we got him, all y'all, even before we even drafted him, y'all were just comparing him to Lamar Jackson, or even worse, right? The whole RG3 situation. Y'all think this shit's about to happen on repeat? Like, oh, we're gonna have that glorious 2012 situation all over again, and then he's also just gonna get fucking hurt. Granted, I hope the boy learns how to slide, because a lot of the Looney Tune hits he took in college is kind of scary, not gonna lie.
As a runner, and he's always kind of skipping, and man, these are heat-seeking missiles.
That is a little bit scary, but I have faith that they're not gonna set this kid up for fucking failure. Y'all gotta remember, this is not the new regime. Get over it. There's a whole brand new scheme. Cliff Kingsbury has been very successful as a offensive mind. Just saying, look at Kyler Murray. He's fine, just injuries just became, very random. Also Patrick Mahomes and some other fucking quarterbacks out there. Y'all gotta have fucking faith and let this shit be. He's a rookie. I hope he makes mistakes and get them shits out of the way early. I'm not gonna just expect him to go out there and automatically get his fucking 12 wins. That's unexplained. It's out of pocket, bro. Y'all basically treating him like fucking Caleb Williams, except without all the hatred. Just saying. Alright, so these next ones, right, it's gonna be kind of lukewarm. It's like they're under the pressure just because of what happened last season, right? So at first we got Jahan Dotson, right? Everybody has mixed feelings about the kid just because we took him over Chris Olave, mostly because it was Ron Rivera's fault. But then again, that nigga's gone, so we gotta deal with what we gotta deal with, right? Jahan Dotson's a good wide receiver. Yes. When his rookie season, when we had Carson Wentz, crazy work, he actually was very productive, and the scheme that they drew up, it actually, fit and got everybody, the ball, and he was a good wide receiver. Now, the only reason why people are so iffy on the nigga now is because of EB. The way EB schemed up that whole offense just set everybody up for failure. I'm not gonna lie to you. Y'all blame a lot of the shit on Sam Howell. Granted, he does take some part of it. I see a lot of articles saying that he's taking the blame for what happened in Washington. You shouldn't, because yes, you were fucking, holding the ball a little bit too long. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. But other than that, the scheme itself was horrendous. Basically, you set up your 1 and 2 wide receiver for failure, because both of them weren't even getting looks at like that. It basically just set up Curtis Samuel for fucking success and Logan Thomas. What the fuck? Literally, none of that shit made any sense. It took all the way to the last fucking game to get Terry McLaurin 1,000 yards, let alone, it basically fucked up Jahan Dotson's whole production as itself, because he was just dropping balls, kind of on him. But every fucking route out there was super long in development. These niggas didn't study film before. His route tree, the nigga's good on shorter routes and shit like that, and intermediate routes where he's not going hella deep out there, 15 yards deep, expecting with a fucking ball. So I think, with this new little modern spread, air raid, because I know they like to call it air raid thing, I think it will help Jahan Dotson just a little bit, you feel me? Because most of them came from a spread offense in college, and I think it will help. Because homeboy's a good route runner. He's kind of fast, he's got good hands. It's just that whole situation was a hot ass mess, so not everybody's losing faith. I know I made a few videos back in the day being fucking tight with this nigga talking about this is why you don't get the ball type shit, but in reality, it really was just schemes. Scheme has 90% of the reason why both of them niggas had a very bad production last season. Terry included, because, granted he got 1,000 yards, but at the same time, that shit took him to the last fucking game. Wasn't his fault though. Next up on the list is Jeremy Chin, and I know some of you said, what? Why? Well, let me just say it like this. One, y'all niggas already got mixed feelings about him, basically saying he's just a replacement. It's just the same thing as Cam Crow. Really, let's look at this right now, right? He plays better than Cam Curl. He has better hands than Cam Curl. He's faster than Cam Curl. He's honestly a better hybrid player than Cam Curl. Let's just get it out of the way. I'm not even going to sugarcoat that shit. 2, y'all have a little bit of faith because of his shitty production at Carolina in his last year is because of all of scheme and injuries. But mainly the scheme did not work how with this nigga plays. I promise you. This nigga, if you look just outside of that fucking season, everything else is going to be golden, dog. I promise you that nigga is like that. He's a ball player, but that's why he, wanted a 1-year prove-it deal, because he could have went somewhere else. It just came out, and, at the time of this, bit of posted today, this nigga, denied wanting to go into the Steelers or whatever, I think it was the Steelers, to come play for us. That speaks volumes. That nigga wants to show out and show the world that this nigga ain't no slouch. So he's got a lot, to prove to himself and to the world, because everybody thinks it's just like, oh, this is an L signing. We got Jeremy Chin. Look, y'all got Jeremy Chin. He is a good safety. He is a good, box safety at that. And he can be basically the star position, like he can be a hybrid linebacker in safety. Fuck off this nigga's dick, bro. He hasn't played a damn snap here yet, and y'all already saying this shit ain't gonna work. Bro, I think this man is going to actually work out pretty damn well. Now, these next few, I promise you, they are really under the most pressure because this shit is literally sink or swim for them, alright? First one is up is Jamie Davis. You got put in a bad situation, my guy. You low-key should never been drafted in the first round. Thanks, Primavera. And now they try to play you out of position, but now it seems like this coaching staff know how to actually use you, which is basically go rush. See ball, go get ball type, play. Basically what you were doing in Kentucky. You rushing the quarterback, basically crashing out and fucking crashing the scene on every play. That's what we needed you to do the whole time. You wasn't a Mike. I don't know why they kept thinking you was a whole middle linebacker and we playing that horrible 2 linebacker, 5 fucking lineman scheme. That shit was so bad. And honestly speaking, you're not a bad player. You improved the entire time, but this year is literally up. I'm sorry, because we saw Adam Peters come in here and not give a flying fuck who was on this roster before. He said, nah, you don't show out, you don't ball out, it is what it is, adios, my nigga. That's literally how it is. And Jamie Davis, you're literally like the prime example. Let alone that you had the off-field issues where you think you're speed racers out there, then you're getting your 5th year denied. You're going to have to ball out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have faith that Dan Quinn and Joey Jr. can fucking make a beautiful defense. They've done it before. And with you, they basically see a somewhat Micah Parsons situation in you. So if we can get the same type of production like that, maybe not as high as Micah Parsons, or just something that reflects your, your Kentucky days, I'll be A-okay with that. But you for sure are like one of the most under pressure niggas on the defense right now, because your job literally could be gone easily, especially the fact that we upgraded our linebacker room over 1 season. Yeah, this is sink or swim for you, buddy. Next we got Fidarius Mathis. I'm not gonna lie to you, you're done, because we have a deep defensive line depth, and I get it, injuries are a thing and all that, but at the end of the day, you came back and you did nothing. Like literally, you did nothing. Like there's literally lack of production. And on top of that, them niggas didn't draft you. So if they really want to fuck around and just say, meh, it is what it is, and just let you go, because we did draft Johnny Newton, just saying, even though he got his 2 surgeries, homeboy's still trying to make a fast recovery to see he can get his ass back on the field. I ain't see that type of effort from Fidarius Mathis at all, even when he got healthy. Just saying. So do not be surprised if they just said, nah, I'm good off of him, and just cut him during the preseason. I wouldn't be surprised, being honest. Next is the same situation, De'Ami Brown. Bro, you got drafted from UNC before Sam Howell, actually. Or I think it was the same draft. Who knows? But you got drafted to be a possible wide receiver too, and that shit failed. You did not really do shit before we got Carson Wentz, and even when we got Carson Wentz, we think we had a fucking, a better production of the season. You ain't do shit except for the Titans game, and you got 2 touchdowns. Other than that, you really do not do shit. And then even with this season, you ain't do shit. Like you dropped open. I think you got worse this season. You dropped open passes. You literally couldn't hold on to the damn ball to save your life. You couldn't do shit out there on that field. And then you got 1 clutch ass play when we played Seattle. I will give you that. Other than that, I'm not even trying to knock on you as a person or anything, but you really didn't do shit out there for them to say, you know, we should keep him on the roster at least for wide receiver depth. Because now, not even bullshitting, we have Damian Bird, we have Luke McCaffrey, we have that kid from Georgia, I'm forgetting his name right now, forgive me. This is like a deep wide receiver room. And we still have the thing is from the previous player that what's his face brought on from the draft scene that Ron Rivera drafted from Penn State, and we got James Crowder. So at the end of the day, my nigga, you gotta fight for your life on this one because they can literally go any which way with this wide receiver room, and for what they're looking at on film, they're gonna just hold that against you unless you show out in training camp and show out during preseason. I don't think they will keep you because you are literally the weakest link when it comes to wide receiver room so far. Last but not least, we have Emmanuel Forbes, right? So a lot of people like to call this nigga, you know, AJ Brown's, you know, son. I can't lie to you, you can't really not defend that shit because it's sad to say, but Emmanuel Forbes did get hold in that whole situation. He's a ball hawk, but you know, you gotta expect it to play against the better wide receivers that are immensely bigger than him, right? And the defense itself was just schemed horrible. You know, a lot of one-on-ones when this nigga's like a zone corner type shit. But it is what it is. But Emmanuel Forbes, they like him. From what they say, they like him. But from everybody else's perspective, you are under the microscope probably the most out of everybody. Because now, granted, we are still looking for a cornerback one, even though everybody's saying, oh, we still got Ben St. Jude. Yeah. He a cornerback two in my eyes. Let alone he's got the size, he's got the hands, whatever. Again, I'm not shitting on their skills because they all NFL players. But we're looking for a CB1. They signed players from like, what was it, the Chargers and somebody else, that kid from Miami. I'm not trying to say his name because that shit is wild to say. I don't know, bro. Like, I want you to, you know, succeed because, granted, everybody wanted Christian Gonzalez, including myself, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I accepted you as a team because it is what it is. I think, you know, hopefully we're just gonna rock with what they choose, and we did. But you're a ball hog. Don't get me wrong, you're a ball hog, but it's just, I just hope they put you in a situation where you can maximize your skills. Because if you do not do it this season, boy, I promise you, the type of hazing you received last season to the point where you had to like get off of like social media and shit like that, it will only get worse. Like, I mean immensely worse. Because they're not gonna let this shit down. They're gonna like, oh, two different fucking, you know, coaching staffs still couldn't get this nigga back in action the correct way, like seeing him like from Mississippi days. Because people already doubt you because you're small as hell. And then people are already frying you from your damn football camp, which is kind of crazy. People need to get off your dick a little bit about your size.
Pause.
But yeah, man. I think it's time to like put up or shut up. It's time to shut out all the haters because you are a good corner. I will give you that. You're a good corner. I think you just need the right coaching and the right situation, which I think this is because they try to say you're like Ron Bland and like Trevon Diggs without the size. But I think with the same set of skills, I think you'd be good. So these are my players that are under the most pressure coming into the 2024 season. And let alone, I know some people got different opinions about it. Put them down in the comments below, respectfully, because I promise you, I will fucking block you if you on some nut shit. I promise you. But let me know down your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share to everybody you know. Also, we hit 200 subscribers. I forgot to say that. I appreciate y'all for fucking with me. You feel me? I didn't think I was doing a good job like that. I mean, I did, but like, sometimes it feels like y'all don't really fuck with your boy. But at the same time, there's a lot of fake, you know, supporters out there. So the people who do rock with me, you know, sub to me, I appreciate y'all for real. I really do. So keep hitting that sub button. Make sure you hit the notification button so you don't ever miss a video. It's your boy Easy. Till next time.